Karosa, the largest Czech manufacturer of buses and coaches and a member of the IrisBus holding company, continues to extend the lifespan of the company's products. On the 26th of June 2001, the first skeleton of a Karosa bus was immersed in a cataphoretic bath. Karosa has built modern equipment for anti-corrosion treatment and painting and has joined the leading companies in this field. The anti-corrosion protection is made up of a system of tried and tested technical solutions. All the outside plates that we can see here on the skeleton in the final stage of finishing are coated with a ferro-zinc protective layer. This is the first stage of protection against rust. When designing the vehicle, design and technology engineers take into consideration the limitations of mass production. It is important to keep to design rules, not just for overlapping the plates and strengthening the bearing members, but also for drilling openings to allow the anti-corrosion treatment to seep into the structure. Before welding onto the skeleton, all profiles go through treatment in a specialized production line. This treatment involves degreasing, followed by phosphating, which permits the paint to adhere properly when applied by cataphoresis, especially inside the profiles. The completely assembled and tested skeleton can now go into the new paint shop. The parts that will be fitted on the assembly line are hung onto the skeleton and go through the same treatment. The skeleton attached to a runner moves forward to the pre-treatment area. In the first box, the inside and outside surfaces of the skeleton are progressively degreased, treated with zinc phosphate, and then rinsed with demineralized water. The skeleton is then taken to the cataphoretic bath. Cataphoresis is the center of gravity of the anti-corrosion treatment. The whole skeleton is submerged in a bath of anti-corrosion paint, where the electric field enables the paint to be applied electrically. The bath has a volume of 300 cubic meters, which allows bus skeletons 15 meters long by 2.6 meters wide to be immersed. The equipment is big enough to enable submersion of all models of buses and coaches, meeting international size standards. The skeleton is submerged in the bath for 25 minutes. The paint used is state-of-the-art lead-free paint, meeting the strictest criteria not only for corrosion resistance, but also for environmental conservation. The cataphoretic bath is followed by rinsing in ultrafiltrate in order to remove traces of paint not applied electrically. The paint applied by cataphoresis is baked at a temperature of 230 degrees C for about 1 hour. After the anti-corrosion treatment, the skeleton continues in its cycle in the paint shop. The first of the 3 application boxes is equipped with a robot. Here, in the first stage before applying the varnish, a water-soluble filler primer is applied. The chassis and the wheel arches, which are subject to abrasion and the impact of stones flying up from the wheels, receive a final protective coat in the form of anti-abrasive sealer. Thick sealing sealer is applied in areas where the panels touch and where plates are welded together to prevent liquids from penetrating. Before applying the top coat, the skeleton is completed with laminated parts, such as the rear panel, bumpers, the front coat, and the luggage compartment doors. This complete skeleton is varnished as a whole with all the components of the bodywork, in order to ensure the same shade of colour everywhere. Before applying the varnish, preparations need to be performed, including grinding, to remove any continuing defects. The final quality depends on this very important operation. The same preparation boxes are used for masking, or the protection against applying 2 or 3 different shades of colour. Now the top coat is applied. There are 3 application boxes, of which one is automatic and the others are manual. Ovens for baking the top coat are in the near vicinity of the boxes in order to prevent dust collecting after applying the paint, which makes a big difference to quality. All the materials are continually checked in the laboratory, which is part of the plant. Continual checks are also made of baking. The resistance to corrosion is regularly checked on samples in the salt chamber. A team of 4 engineers are involved in this activity to check the quality parameters. The final inspection made before the skeleton is released takes place using demerit methods. The workplace is equipped with special lighting to help make the inspection more effective. If the paint is of good quality, the bus goes onto the assembly line. If the required level of quality is not met, the skeleton has to go through the cycle again to remove the faults. The infrastructure of the paint line is linked to a control computer, which provides information on any possible faults. The neutralization station for treating industrial wastewater meets current standards and has a reserve for even stricter limits. Gas emissions from the ovens pass through a catalyst to ensure that they are treated before being released into the atmosphere. A system of continual monitoring located on the factory roof checks that the limits are being adhered to. These attempts to minimize pollution are supported by the use of lead-free materials for applying the paint cataforically, water-soluble filler, and, in the near future, water-soluble paints as well. The automatic application box also helps to reduce pollution levels, since its high efficiency ensures that consumption is optimized to the full. is equipped with state-of-the-art features, which meet the requirements of the most demanding customers, increase the lifespan of the product, and rank Karosa among the best companies in the field of anti-corrosive protection. The facility is equipped to apply the next generation of water-soluble top coats as soon as they become more widely accepted for industrial use. There are only 3 such facilities today in Europe and around the world. One is in France in the IrisBus factory in Annonay, while the second one can be found in Mannheim in Germany. The third one is now in operation in the Czech Republic, in Karosa, in Vysoké Mýto.